impress employees in your organisation to make your workforce happier at work, therefore providing your business with a more productive workforce, benefiting your company. I'm Amanda.
Yeah, anyways, as I was saying, I'm Kelly. We are famous in the HR world. You probably recognise me. Well, anyways, I'm a local celebrity from my TV work with Deal.
Right, so back to the point of this video, Kelly. Back to the subject of stressed employees, we need to keep on track. Firstly, what are the top signs of an employee being stressed at work? As a manager and authority figure in your organisation, you will need to be able to recognise these signs, as many of your workforce may be too scared to admit to their depression or the fact they are stressed in your organisation. This is a sensitive subject after all.
Well, this is an easy one. There are enough of them in my company. Workers who whinge, whine and moan about their life being so difficult, blah blah blah. Total whingers, and all some of them probably watching this, you know exactly who I mean.
No, Kelly, this isn't exactly the case. People actually do have stressful lives, and it's our job to try and help them with this and help our employees work to the best of their ability. Inconsistent performances and lack of overall motivation could occur in an organisation if this isn't managed properly.
So in other words, they're just being lazy.
Well, no, not exactly. There could be other reasons why workers underperform, and as professionals, it's our job to find out why and how we can help to get the best out of them for the benefit of the company.
Whatever.
Anyway, back to the signs of stress. There are many things to look out for: crying, arguments, absenteeism, criticism of other colleagues, temper outbursts, and increased consumption of alcohol. Not only could they show signs of stress in the workplace, but physical signs will show stress very visibly. Signs like tiredness, headaches, and weight fluctuations could also be telltale signs of stress. But early intervention and action plans can help prevent this stress and help your employees deal with the impact of work-related stress. Stress can be prevented, so don't worry. One of the best tips I could give you watching this is to make sure they are immediately
sacked.
No, definitely not. What I was going to say was to make sure they are mainly heard in the organisation and have a voice. A supportive environment where staff feels comfortable discussing their problems and concerns is needed. The culture of the organisation needs to reflect this. Support mechanisms can help. Employees need systems that encourage staff to support their concerns, share their concerns to management. This way it could be sorted easier and quicker than it would have if they never mentioned their problems. Early intervention is important. Policies and procedures which support staff will help staff feel secure and appreciated within your company. The access to these resources and information will need to be made clear and easily accessible.
So what you're saying is basically have a big meeting for stressed employees, which I'm guessing by experience will be full of crying and whining women sharing their feelings about their problems and emotions. Basically, the Crazy Club. Crazy Club full of unstable employees all get together in one big room. I don't think it'll work. Everyone feels sad and stressed at some point in their lives. They'll soon snap out of it. That's the way I think. That's what my employees have learned while working for me anyways. Learn to snap out of things.
And this stereotype isn't true. Some people aren't like you and can't seem to just snap out of it. Every individual is different. And as for describing stressed and depressed employees as crazy isn't going to help. People who are stressed and depressed aren't crazy or mad. This is just a stereotype used by people who don't understand. Actually, in my organisation, meetings can really help. It's simple but effective. Anyway, another way which you can deal with stressed employees can be making sure they know their role in the organisation so that they understand their responsibilities and create a sense of worth in your company. Information about the roles and what the organisation expects should be given. What I've learned in business is that change can affect people more than you may think. People generally react badly to change, so involving employees in the changes happening in your organisation can really help. Employees can then be able to air their concerns about changes. Consultations can help them with this, although it's worthwhile knowing that your employees may be resistant to contribute at first. A clear timetable and instruction to describe the changes needed. This worked very well when we made changes within my company. Another tip when dealing with stressed employees comes from the demands of the job, which many find hard to deal with. If an individual can't cope with their workload and the demands of the job system, need to put in place to deal with their concerns. Employees need reasonable working hours and skill matches. Employees should then have control over their pace of work wherever possible with as much opportunity to develop as possible. For example, did you know that 2/3 of employees reported that they had unrealistic workloads, long working hours and lack of managerial support? This only increased their stress levels.
Yeah.
Have you heard that? As well as this, you can provide counsel and employee assistance programs firm policies regarding bullying, harassment and discipline, flexible working, work-life balance policies, workshops and training for managers on how to deal with these interventions.
No. My philosophy is that simple things make a difference to someone. What you just said seems to be too much for that and wastes my energy.
Okay then, how would you deal with stressed employees?
The whole thing about sharing ideas thing and meeting, talking has got me thinking. Managers need to know who has the good ideas and who have the rubbish ones. You can't get rid of the rubbish ones sooner or later, but you concentrate your energy on the good people and just reward them, and then everybody else will just get the sack eventually. Bill Gates didn't spend any of his time in meetings with idiots. Actually, the whole thing you just mentioned about employees sharing information and resources is rubbish. Don't share your invaluable information to other people. Why give them away? Again, I don't think Bill Gates made money by telling his colleagues their ideas.
So having policies in place that encourage staff to support each other won't help stressed employees at all?
No, not really. Relationships are worthless in the workplace.
So encouraging positive behaviour and raising avoidance of conflict is avoidance and waste of time?
Yeah, exactly.
What about improving the well-being of employees? Is this also a waste of time to you?
Like chill out areas.
Well, kind of. Finally, we could actually get somewhere with you. Simple things like this could actually help get to the core of stress. Simple things like changing the work environment can help employees a lot. Things like chill out areas throughout work areas and even ecological sound designs could prevent stress. The comfort levels of your staff closely associate in reducing fatigue levels and keep everyone working effectively. Simple things work. Even the amount of involvement an organisation has in their employees is highly important. Building a culture of trust can give employees the option to open up to others and relieve stress. It doesn't always have to be formal. Even having a chat about how things are going can help. Taking an interest in your employees can be your workforce and part of your organisation. Just talking about stress can help. Although being sensitive and supportive about individuals' problems is needed, as well as informal ways to relieve stress in the workplace, clear policies can set boundaries and promote awareness. Unacceptable behaviour, discipline and grievance policies need to be clear. Effective procedures can have a positive effect on stressful situations by offering your employees clarity, fairness and understanding. Company policies dealing with bullying or harassment needed to be handled with clarity and direction. Have control. However, stress doesn't just have to come from an organisation, but can be triggered by home stresses too. This is where flexible working can come into the equation. Work-life balance is the key to success of your workforce. Flexible working can help many people cater for family needs, whilst also keeping on top of their work obligations. Doing this can increase productivity, reduce absenteeism, reduce sickness and stress generally, and increase an employee's commitment and loyalty to your company.
Flexible working, what a pile of rubbish. People who choose flexible working are just lazy, in my opinion. Anyone who is watching this, do not introduce flexible working into your company. It promotes laziness and is too laid back for my liking.
Actually, Kelly, employees have their own reasons for preferring one pattern of working to another. It's not laziness. People have difficulties like caring for their children or the sick and elderly. People have other lives away from work.
That's why I prefer to recruit men. Men are so much less hassle compared to women. Men don't feel the need to stay at home to look after children.
Oh dear. This is going from bad to worse. That gender stereotype isn't going to help anyone in business. You see work within an autocratic style of management which can in a lot of cases create the opposite of the culture and try to get across. A bullying and harassment culture must thrive in your company.
Well, no. Not exactly bullying, just trying to get the best out of my employees. I use certain threats to get the best out of people. Threatening stuff can actually increase pressure, meaning the work actually gets done. Simple. I am their boss, remember. I will tell them honestly if their ideas and views are rubbish or that their input isn't wanted or needed. I am of course the centre of my employees' world. Their life after all is their work.
Yeah, and I'm guessing you're absolutely horrendous. And I hope people who are watching this agree with me when I say I wouldn't be surprised if your employees hate working at your company. A lack of respect for your employees can lower their self-esteem and confidence, which will actually affect their work. Employees aren't stupid, they will know when they aren't respected. They aren't your robots. Employees are human beings who are feeling-oriented people. They do have lives away from work. Employees obviously want to thrive at work, but they also have responsibilities at home, like family, friends and hobbies. Do you have none of these? Maybe offering them some flexibility and understanding will earn their respect. And making threats to employees isn't going to increase their productivity in the long run. Bullying behaviour is one of the bad boss indicators that could actually increase their stress levels. You could find it surprising how much the relationship between managers and employees affect workers' job performance. Your obvious bad management practices deflate employee morale, cause increased stress that could result in serious health issues and cost your company money from high turnovers. Leaders with leadership drive is based on a healthy self-esteem and control, show confidence and respect in their working relationships. My personal leadership style is based on equality and respect, which helps employees at my company feel involved within the organisation. It gives them a chance to see how their work fits into the company's big picture. It's working pretty well. Managers shouldn't exert control and power over others to get what they want. Otherwise, they will probably leave you stressed, which will rub off on your staff.
Well, my favourite scene is that I tell my employees, if you want to see a rainbow, you've got to put up with the rain.
Oh, and which films did you get this on?
Dolly Parton.
Right, that's the final straw. I've had enough. Cut!